Hi class, welcome to week 4 of our stress management course, our final week of the class. I'd like to start today by going over reminders, mostly pointing out the due dates. They are very, very different from previous weeks. So if you haven't taken an opportunity to look at the due dates, I'm hoping that you're looking at this before Monday because that's going to leave you very limited time to get your materials done. So you can see that I'm already here on week 4 of your page. Monday, we have our Kaiser Live session as normal, 10 a.m. We'll go over the specifics for that in just a minute. I just want to point out very briefly, your classwork for week 4 is reflected, the due date is reflected appropriately, as you see here that it's posted on Blackboard. So your classwork, is due Wednesday by midnight. Also, your lab work has the exact same due date of Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. Your post-test that's already been emailed out to everyone is due Wednesday morning at 9:30 a.m. And then your final exam this week will be open Wednesday afternoon, about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and it will be open for you through Thursday and due Thursday evening at midnight. So you have a little over 24 hours to take your final exam here in our Blackboard shell. So please pay close attention to those due dates. I know some of you are depending on your points from week 4 to really lift your grade up. Don't miss any of those due dates because that's going to cause you to get 0 points on those particular assignments. Next, I'd like to go over the work for the week. Week 4 is covering chapters 21 through 24. So you're finishing up on some of your relaxation strategies. I think yoga is one of the big concepts that you touch upon in the chapters this week, as well as looking at traditional versus more contemporary forms of modern medicine. And you'll read about that, and I believe in chapters 23 and 24. So let's talk about each of your assignments. I'm going to start by looking at your classwork. So very similar format. Again, remember your classwork is worth 50 points. The due date and time are reflected correctly here on this document for you. And again, you've gotten, 4 chapters to answer some questions. I want to point out to you something that all of you missed for week 3, specifically when it comes down to chapter 22. Chapter 22, I'm asking you to experience yoga. So not only are you going to explain the meaning, the purpose, the benefits of yoga, talk about the different types, there's lots of them, and then talk about how someone would prepare to practice yoga. I'm also asking that you participate in some form of yoga. For this chapter, you are highly, highly encouraged to go out and participate in an actual yoga class. If that is not an option for you, your textbook does a very nice job of giving you poses, a lot of them in chapter 22 and also at the end of the book. But I would like for you guys to try and go out and experience a yoga class in order to talk about it. This is the point that I want to make about that. When you guys are doing your lab work that we're going to go over here in a second, I ask you to choose a method of relaxation to do and report on as a part of your lab work. Last week for chapter, I forget what the chapter is, one of the chapters asked you guys to do a power nap, and I specifically asked, please do not do the power nap with your lab work for this week, and all of you did. So this time around for your lab work assignment, remember the document that you're seeing right here is your classwork. For your classwork, you're encouraged to go to a yoga class to be able to discuss it in your classwork. For your lab work that we are going to go over here in a minute, you need to choose something else other than yoga to report on. I wanted to make that very clear. All of you lost points for week 3 for missing that. So I just wanted to make sure I brought your attention to that. And then chapter 23 and 24, again, you're reading and you're outlining and you're answering the questions that you see here. Again, similar format. This is week 4. You guys are pretty well versed in getting this turned in. Let's go over your lab work. Okay, so lab for week 4 is very similar to week 3. So you're reading chapters 21 through 24. You are picking another method of stress reduction. I would prefer that you pick something out of 21 and 24. Again, not yoga. And then you're going to answer the questions just like you did on the discussion page for Blackboard, like you did last week. So again, you'll tell me what method of stress reduction you participated in. It does need to be out of chapters 21 through 24. Tell me what it is, why you did it. I am very interested in your answer for letter B, as well as a reference that you're going to provide. So you're not only going to talk to me about what you did, but the science behind how your method physiologically reduces stress in the body. And I would like for you to find a research paper that backs up what you're saying. And you do need to cite your source in order to get full credit for that assignment this week. So if you're not great on finding research, it's got to be a peer-reviewed article, probably through the library's website. You need to get to work on that early so you don't hit kind of a snagging point during your work leading up to an early due date of Wednesday. If you have questions about that, please email me or call me so I can help kind of guide you in the right direction. Also, if you look back on, our homepage, you'll see right here, research for peer-reviewed articles assistance. If you click on this website, you should be able to log in with your information as a Kaiser student and start looking for peer-reviewed articles to help you with lab number 4. And don't forget answers to letters C, D, and E. So talk to me about what you gained from doing this experience. Were there any drawbacks? Would you do it again? Why or why not? So for this particular lab, you don't have to actually submit a Word document. You simply go into the discussion section of Blackboard. Most importantly, letters B is talking to me about the science, and then again citing some sort of resource that backs up whatever method is that you chose to participate in, and telling me why physiologically it's good for the body. The other thing that I wanted to bring to your attention, ladies and gentlemen, is that I have emailed you all a copy of the post-test. The post-test is not something we normally do during the week, so I wanted to make sure that I highlighted your post-test is something that you can do. Please email your answers back to me. Do not submit it to me on the Blackboard shell. You can print it out, write on it, scan it, and then email it back to me, or you can simply respond in an email with the number and your letter for your answer. Do whatever easiest for you. Your answers for your post-test are due Wednesday at 9:30 a.m. That is not posted on our Blackboard shell. We will discuss that deadline in our Kaiser Live session on Monday morning. But it is right now, you need to hear it and make sure you abide by that deadline for your post-test. And then the final thing I want to go over is talking about your final exam. Your final exam is your same format that you've had for every other assessment for this course. It is on chapters 21 through 24. You will have 24 hours to complete the final exam. It's not the same amount of time as you've had for your other quizzes because of the nature of the shortened week of week 4. So again, Wednesday afternoon, your final exam will open up, and it will close for you Thursday at 11:59 p.m. So please make sure you don't miss that deadline. Your final exam is worth 250 points. It's 25% of your grade. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, those are the highlights for our course this week. If you have issues, comments, or concerns, please feel free to call me, email me, text me. Most of you guys have my number at this point. Let me know. Work ahead this weekend so you don't get caught with these early due dates. And I will see you in the Kaiser Live session. Don't forget, your Kaiser Live session on Monday is mandatory. One of the things that I put in your announcement on your homepage was the fact that you need to make sure that you're appropriately planning to attend the Kaiser Live session on Monday. I know we've had technical difficulties attending the course. You need to make preparations to be there in class so that you don't lose points. Even if it means coming to campus and being on an on-campus computer lab to be able to participate. If you get to that point where you're having to come to campus to go to this particular Kaiser Live session, you could even walk into my office and let me know that you're here on campus. But I do need to make sure everybody's logged on in order to get your attendance points for Monday. So if you have issues, you need to get those worked out ahead of time to make sure that you're in the session. So I will see everybody 10 a.m. at the Kaiser Live session on Monday. Good luck with your weekend. Have a wonderful weekend. Work ahead on some of your due dates for week 4. And we are almost at the holiday break, everyone. Put in your time and hard work now so that you can relax and enjoy over the break. Have a great weekend, everyone.